is associative property. So that is associative property. Associative property. So in this associative property, as you have studied in the previous class, for whole numbers we have discussed already this associative property. So what does it state? A plus of B plus C is equals to A plus B plus C. So this is the property rule we have. So that is when you are adding any integers. So what you have written worksheets, that is for whole numbers you have written. And this is for integers. If you add any three integers, instead of two integers, we are taking here three integers. So we'll take some integers like A value, we'll take it as -5, B value will take it as -7, and C value will take it as -10. Now we'll see what you are getting on LHS and RHS. So first one we'll see with LHS. So B plus C. What we have, A value plus of B value minus 10. Now if you simplify, what you are getting, children? -5. What is -7 and -10?
7
Plus
minus 7
Minus
17, ma'am.
So what in LHS? What you get LHS? -17 and -5.
-22, ma'am.
Minus 12, ma'am.
-22, ma'am.
Minus
Oh, very good. Now you should find what is RHS. What is RHS? That is just you should change the order. A plus B plus C. So A plus B is -5 -7 plus minus C is -10 we have. Now what you get, -5 -7 is
-12, ma'am.
minus 12, ma'am.
-12. So what you get, -10 -12?
-22,
-22.
ma'am.
So if you both LHS is equals to RHS, you get LHS is equals to RHS. Understood, children? So in this way you should verify associative property of addition. So if you get the same answer on both LHS and RHS side, then we can say that addition is associative for integers. Okay, conclusion what you should write? Addition is associative for integers. One more second example. I'll give the values, you try this, children. A value is -3, B value is 1 plus 1, C value is -7. Do this and tell me the answer, children, what you get, LHS and RHS. You should
In
first
notes, we
find
should do.
LHS. Yes, in notes itself you should do A plus of B plus C. -3 plus of 1 minus 7. What you get, LHS and also RHS. A plus B plus C.
-9.
So that is -3 plus 1 minus 7. So simplify both and tell me the answers, children. LHS, what you are getting?
-9, ma'am.
-9,
So that is
ma'am.
-3. So that is -9. RHS, -3 plus 1. What is -3 plus 1?
-9, ma'am.
Minus
-2, ma'am.
-2.
Minus
It as -9.
-9.
So what you can, therefore A plus of B plus C is equals to A plus B plus C. So what you will write conclusion? Addition is associative. You should write the conclusion. Addition is associative. Addition is associative for integers. Addition is associative for integers. Conclusion you should write, children. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. All of you understood? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is about the associative property of addition for integers. Okay. Next, all of you completed this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So shall I move on to the next one? Next property.
Yes,
Next
ma'am.
property you should have additive identity. Next property is additive identity. Additive identity. Additive identity, this problems already we have discussed, children, for whole numbers. We'll just now recall the property for integers now. So what does this additive identity indicates? Suppose we have a integer a. For this what you should add so that you should get the answer as a itself. What you will
Zero,
add
ma'am.
there?
Zero,
So
ma'am.
Zero,
Zero, ma'am.
Zero we are
zero.
adding, ma'am.
Also you can write it as 0 plus a also. So this property we call it as additive identity. So examples we'll see, children. Now minus 8 we have. For this what you should add so that you should get the answer as minus 8 itself?
Zero, ma'am.
Zero, ma'am.
So we'll add 0. Very good. We'll discuss one more example, children. Minus 23 we have. For this what you should add so that you should get the answer as minus 23 itself?
Zero, ma'am.
Zero.
Okay. We have 0 plus, we don't know what is the blank there, but you will get the answer as minus 43. What should be filled in the blank?
Minus
Minus 43, ma'am.
Minus 43, ma'am.
Minus 43, ma'am.
Minus 43. Understood, children? Now, one more example we'll discuss. We have 0, we are adding for minus 37. What answer you should get here?
Minus
7,
ma'am.
minus
30.
minus 37.
Understood now? Yes. So for any
Yes, ma'am.
integer, if you add 0, then you will get the same answer. So what conclusion you can write for this? Therefore, 0 is the additive identity for integer. 0 is the additive identity. 0 is the additive identity for integers. For integers. Understood, children, all of you? All of you understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So shall we solve exercise problems now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes,
Okay. Now we'll see exercise 1.2. I think all of you are having textbooks with you. So just take out your textbook and see exercise 1.2. Write down a pair of integers whose sum is minus 7. See, understand that question properly, children. Here what is given? Write down a pair of integers. I have given you to write down a pair of integers, exercise 1.2, which gives the sum as -7. Now, what number you should add to get the sum as -7? What are the numbers you can add? You can add -3 plus of -4. What you get -3 plus of -4 if you add?
-7.
-7. Very good. Still like that, tell me children, what are the numbers you can add to get -7 as an answer? Can you add -4 and -3? -4
and -2, ma'am.
-5 plus -2, ma'am.
-5 and -2, ma'am. -5 and -2, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, -1 plus -6, ma'am.
equal to -7, ma'am.
-1.
-1.
Ma'am,
And plus
-4 plus -3, ma'am. Plus 14.
Can you
Plus
add
7 -14, ma'am.
plus of -7? Sorry, -14 plus 7. Can you add like this? -14 plus 7.
Yes, ma'am.
-7.
What?
-7.
-7, ma'am.
Yes.
7.
What do you get? You are adding 14 plus of -21. What do you get the answer? Plus 14 -21.
-7.
-7.
-7,
By 10, you should add any two integers and you should get the answer as -7. There are many possibilities to get this answer, children. So some examples I have written on the screen. You just write down this. And apart from this, you can also write the integers that you add. You should get -7 as the answer. Got it? All of you completed this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Second one. Second one, what is given? Difference is -10. If you subtract any two integers, you should get the difference as -10.
Ma'am,
First question, write a pair of negative integers whose difference is 8. Difference is 8. You should get the difference as 8. And they have asked you, you should write only negative integers. Negative integers you should write and you should get the difference as 8. This is +8, okay? So what are the negative integers difference you will write to get the answer as +8?
Ma'am, -4 plus
Ma'am,
-4, ma'am.
-4, you should not write their plus because they have given you difference. Difference means you should do subtraction only. So what you can write? -12. -4 is of -12.
Ma'am, I have one answer. Ma'am, -15 is minus and -8, ma'am. Sorry, -7. 7, ma'am. -15, ma'am. Then minus, ma'am. -7, ma'am. Ma'am, and
-8 to -0, ma'am.
Ma'am, -8 and
Ma'am, -8 -0, ma'am.
-8 minus of 0.
My God.
Ma'am, minus 2 minus 8.
Ma'am, minus 8, ma'am. Someone is singing song, ma'am.
Ma'am, minus 10, minus
Ma'am, your
18.
voice is breaking, ma'am.
All of you mute your audio. So here minus 16 minus of minus 24. So you'll get 24 minus 16 as plus 8 itself. So next one what we have, you should add, difference means you should subtract. If you subtract any
Minus
two,
2 minus
you
12,
should
ma'am.
add plus 8 itself. So what are the numbers you can do here? If you suppose take minus 48, you are taking, then what you should subtract this minus 48 from which number you should subtract so that you should get the answer as plus 8.
56, ma'am.
See? So in this way you have to solve this. Exercise 1.2, second main first problem. So here they have asked you to take a pair of negative integers whose difference gives you 8. So here if you observe in the examples, whatever the numbers we have taken, so all are negative integers itself. So all are negative integers we have taken so that you will get the answer as plus 8. Understood? So next we'll move on to the second
Ma'am,
problem in
last
this.
one, ma'am.
Yes, what is the doubt you have?
Ma'am, last one, 56, we can put as 40 also, ma'am.
If you put 40, what you will get? The answer will be in terms of minus 8. But they have given you, it should be plus 8. Difference is plus 8. So you
Okay,
should
ma'am.
not take this plus 40. Okay? Then next one, we'll see second one, 2b. What is the question given? Write a negative integer and a positive integer whose sum is minus 5. Sum is minus 5. You should observe the condition given here, children. You should write one negative integer and you should write one positive integer. So how you write?
Plus, plus 10, minus 15, ma'am.
Plus 10 plus of minus 15. What do you get the answer? Minus 5. Very good. Next.
Minus 7 plus 2, ma'am.
Minus 7. You are taking one negative integer and one positive integer plus 2. So if you add both, what you get? Minus 5. When you are writing the condition, you should see that you are taking one positive integer and one negative integer. Let's tell me the answers fast.
Ma'am, minus 8
minus 20, ma'am.
plus, ma'am.
So 40 plus of
Ma'am,
minus 45.
plus 7, ma'am. Ma'am, can I tell, ma'am?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, plus 7,
minus
ma'am.
20.
Plus minus 12, ma'am.
Examples, you
Ma'am,
write it in your, okay?
ma'am,
What answers you
minus
are going
16
Plus 3, ma'am.
plus plus 11, ma'am, is equal to minus 5, ma'am.
Yes, very well. So
Ma'am,
minus 16.
plus 10,
Ma'am, minus 8 plus 3, ma'am.
minus 12, ma'am.
Ma'am, minus 7 plus 3, ma'am.
Put your on screen. Okay, next we'll see C1, 2C. So that is difference, you should get it as minus 3. Difference should be minus 3. That is, if you subtract one negative integer and one positive integer, you should get the difference as -3. Here you should take one negative integer and one positive integer. So how you can take one negative integer and one positive integer?
Ma'am,
For
minus
example,
3
when
plus.
we are
Ma'am,
taking as a negative integer and one positive integer you should take. So what you should subtract from 10 so that you should get the answer as -3.
7, ma'am. 7,
minus
ma'am.
13. Minus. Ma'am, minus 5 plus 2, ma'am.
You should take
Minus 13. I think minus 13, ma'am.
-13. If you do, what you get?
-3 plus 3.
13 if you take -10 -13. So what you get? It becomes -23. You should do the difference. You
Ma'am,
should write
minus
the
6 and plus 9, ma'am.
take
Ma'am,
it
plus
as
7, ma'am.
10
Plus,
Plus 13.
minus minus 7, ma'am.
plus
13.
so
Ma'am,
here
minus
we'll
5
write
plus 2, ma'am.
-5 minus of -8.
Plus,
Plus you should take that.
8, ma'am. Minus 8.
So -8 if you take
Ma'am,
what you
minus
get?
6 and plus 1.
Ma'am,
-6 and
Minus 8 will come, ma'am. Ma'am, minus 5 plus 2, ma'am.
-5 plus 2. So -5 plus 2 if you take, you should do their difference, not negative. You should do their difference. Difference and you should do subtraction. So when you are doing subtraction, what answer you can write there, children? Suppose you are getting here 6. 6, what you should subtract from 6? This is a plus 6 we are taking. What you should subtract from this so that you should get the answer as minus. So from this, what you can take?
3, ma'am. Ma'am, plus 9. Plus 9, ma'am.
What you get? 9 minus 6.
3
You will get
minus
plus.
3, ma'am. Minus 3.
You will get plus 3, but you should not get plus 3. So what you should do here?
Plus 9 it will come, ma'am. Here, minus 9. There should come plus 9, ma'am.
6 minus of minus. Okay, children, you should take lesser number to subtract so that you should get the answer as -3. Okay, we'll see one more example, -10. So from this, what you should subtract so that you should get the answer as -3.
Minus 7.
So for
Example, minus 5 plus 2.
-7 and -3. So you should get there -3. Understood? And suppose if you want to take one positive integer and one negative integer to get -3 as the number. So what number you can take one positive integer and one negative integer?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, minus 8 plus 5, ma'am.
7 will take first, then minus of plus 10. What you will get? -7 minus of plus 10. What you get?
minus 2. Minus
Sorry,
2.
Minus 3, ma'am. Minus
so
3,
it is
ma'am.
minus
Ma'am,
Minus 3, ma'am.
ma'am, it becomes plus 3, ma'am.
will be getting -17.
Plus 3.
So what you should add there to get -3 as the number?
Minus 4.
5, ma'am.
5.
5, ma'am.
4, ma'am.
Plus 5, ma'am.
Ma'am.
For
4, ma'am.
-7
Ma'am, plus 4, ma'am. Ma'am, 5,
minus
ma'am.
4.
4,
If you add -7 minus of -4, so what you get the answer? Minus 7 plus 4, that is minus
Minus
3.
3, ma'am.
3.
Understood,
Ma'am,
children?
minus 8 plus 5, ma'am.
Minus
One.
5 plus 2, ma'am.
You should
Ma'am,
do that
minus 8
different.
plus 5, ma'am.
Ma'am, minus
You
5
should,
plus 2, ma'am.
Minus 1,
so
ma'am.
you should take there minus 5 minus of, what you should do here? Minus 2.
Minus 2, ma'am.
Okay? Okay,
Minus
children,
1,
so this
ma'am.
solve the second main. Okay? Then we'll see third main. Third question, what is given? It was team A scored. So team A score is given and team B score is given. What is team A score given? Minus 40 plus 10 plus 0. This is the team A score. And what is team B score? Plus 10, 0, minus 40. So this is in a quiz, team A scored minus 40, 10 and 0, and team B scored 10, 0, minus 40 in 3 successive rounds. Which team scored more? So how you will find which team scored more? For that you should do addition. So what you get, minus 40 plus 10. This is minus 30. Score of team A is minus 30. In the same way, what is score of team B? Plus 10 minus 40. So that is again minus 30 itself. Which, which team scored more? So what is the answer? What you will write? Which team scored more? Both
Both teams scored equal, ma'am.
Scored equal, ma'am.
Teams scored equal, ma'am.
scored equal. Okay. Next, can we say that we can add integers in any order? Can we say this? So yes, you can add integers in any order. So what you can write last? Yes, we can add integers. Yes, we can add integers in any order. We can add integers in any order. Understood, children? So in this way you should do that exercise 1.2. You should write the statement for that. Team A scored okay.
Ma'am, one show third one answer, ma'am.
Third one is on the screen. Team A scored minus 40 plus 10 plus 0 and team B scored plus 10, 0 minus 40. So the final answer in both the teams you get it as minus 30. So we can say that both the teams scored equal. So last conclusion, you should write, yes, we can add integers in any order. Okay? Complete that problem, children, all of you. So I'm going to write fourth main on the screen. First one we have minus 8 is equals to minus 8 plus dash. Second one we have minus 53 plus dash is equals to minus 53. Third one we have 17 plus dash is equals to 0. And fourth one we have 13 plus of minus 12 plus blank, that if you add you should get 13 plus of minus 12 plus of minus 7. So you should just write in this what are the numbers in the blanks, okay? 15 minus 3 equal to minus 4 plus 15 plus blank, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Now fourth main, minus 5 plus of minus 8. That is equal to minus 8 plus what you should write in the blank.
Minus 5, ma'am.
Minus 5, ma'am.
Minus 5, ma'am. Minus 5, ma'am.
Which property is it?
Commutative.
Commutative property, ma'am.
Commutative property, ma'am.
Commutative property. Commutative property. Very good. Commutative property. Now, minus 53, what you yes, you should write that property. Next, minus 53 plus
Plus 0, ma'am.
Zero, ma'am.
Plus 0, ma'am. 0, ma'am, only.
which property?
Additive property, ma'am. Additive identity property.
Additive identity, ma'am.
Additive identity. Additive identity. You should write there additive identity. Okay. You should mention there which property you are using, children. 17 plus dash, you should write 0.
Minus 17, ma'am.
Minus 17, ma'am.
Here, this property is, we call it as additive inverse, children. This is additive inverse. Additive inverse. Additive inverse means the number, you should just change that sign and you should add to get the answer as 0. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Completed all of you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next,
Ma'am, what is fifth one?
additive inverse. Inverse. Fourth one, 13. Umashri, mute your audio. Yes, what you should write in that blank if you observe both LHS
Minus
and
7,
RHS.
ma'am.
Minus 7, ma'am.
Minus
Minus
7, ma'am.
7, ma'am.
It is associative property, ma'am.
Associative property, ma'am.
Associative property, you should write in your book, children, which property you are using there. Okay. Next one, minus 5 plus 15 plus of minus 3 is equals to minus 5 plus 15 plus
Minus 31, ma'am. Minus 3, ma'am. Minus 3.
Minus 3, ma'm.
Minus 3.
Associative property, ma'am.
yes, very good. You property. Associative property. You should mention in your notes, children, which property you are using. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, show the image of first and second question, ma'am.
First and second question, that is, I think, uploaded already in study material section. Once you go through that difference, you should write it.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
You should get minus 10. What you should do, you should just add one negative number, positive number, so it should get the difference as 10, like minus 5, minus so if you add there, you will get it as minus 10. So in this way, you should do this, children.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay? Okay. So it is uploaded in study material. You can go through that.
Okay, ma'am.
So this completes exercise 1.2. Complete this exercise in your maths notes. Okay? Okay. Now all leave the class. If you have any
Okay, ma'am.
doubts, you can leave the class.
No doubts.